Radio, where we always voice the gospel. Woo,
Woo!
woo. Okay. Somebody else excited in here besides me. welcome. This is our first time in the studio, and I'm really
Right.
excited about today. I have a guest. Before I get into all of that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce him and let
Okay.
him tell us about
Okay.
himself. I have here Mr. Tyrese Lawless.
Yes, I'm here in the
Why don't
building.
in the building?
I'm in the building.
I'm
I'm in the
not.
building.
I haven't told everybody what you're gonna be talking about just yet, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and
Okay.
introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are. And
All right. Well, I could do that. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to look at, so I'm just going to figure out. Just look that way. Boom. There we go. My name is Tyrese Lawless. I'm originally born and raised in Wichita, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas. So, yes, we do have black folks there.
Okay.
But I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a father, which I'm most passionate about the most. Shout out to all the fathers out there. Father's Day tomorrow. That should be our day off, but instead we're probably going to be barbecuing.
Happy Father's Day, everyone!
Other than that, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an actor. I'm a model. I'm a businessman.
Okay, what else?
I'm
you
a
do?
leader.
Oh Lord.
And most importantly, I'm a king. So there we
Ooh,
go.
all
We
right,
go.
all
Yeah,
right.
there we go.
Anything else you want to add on to that?
Oh man, that's just about it.
Well, that's my guest, guys, and I'm
That's
so
me.
happy to have you
thank
here
you.
today.
That's
And
me.
we are going to be talking about some exciting things when it comes to
Yes,
men,
yes,
love, and
yes,
relationships. I think men get left out a
Yes.
lot.
True.
I do. I think they get left out a lot. But before we get off into that, I want to share with everyone, hey, this is Health Awareness Month. And I
Yes.
want to bring that up because not enough men take care of themselves.
We got to. We got to get in the gym. We got to stay in shape. You know, don't no lady want the one pack. They want the six pack. They want
Well,
the.
you know, I know men, they
don't
be
want the-
scared to go to the doctor. They be
Nah,
hurting,
we have to.
sick.
We have to.
We need to change that.
We got to change that. It's very important as men that we take the time to go get checkups, get physicals, because you never know what's going on in your body internally. And a lot of times, the biggest factor that happens to a lot of things that go on in our body is stress. And men deal with stress, women deal with stress. But it's very important that we take that time, you know, to go see a doctor and say, hey, look, I just want to get a physical done.
Right.
I just need to check them and just make sure everything is okay. Because you don't want to find out the hard way. You want to find out before things happen, and then the doctor can do what they need to do to be proactive and make sure you're good.
Right. And that's what I think is important. I think it's important because the purpose of Men's Health Month or Health Awareness Month, it should heighten the awareness of, you know, and so that you can prevent health problems
Exactly.
in the future. You know, prostate cancer is like number one taking over a lot of our brothers, and I need, you know, for you guys to start getting yourselves checked out.
Get
you
yourself
know?
checked out. Ain't no shame in it. Go and get checked.
Get your teeth checked out too.
That ooh. Got to get them fronts done. Can't be got them fronts got to be
Get
right.
your teeth checked out too. Real talk. But I want to talk about the challenges that men have. You know, we
Okay.
got Father's Day coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you got anything planned for Father's Day?
Well, what I was told, I thought I was gonna have Father's Day off, but it looks like I'm gonna be on the grill. On the grill, you know, Mother's Day, you know, all the restaurants be packed. You got to stand in line for hours. Father's Day, we don't get that. We got a grill.
Well, maybe we got to change that some kind of way. You can change
That's
that
right.
some kind of way.
That's just my plan. Just spending time with my family. For me, that's the most important thing. Making sure I'm taking the time to honor my father. Most importantly, Gary. So hey, I know you're not watching because you were at work because that's what my dad do. But to make sure I take the opportunity to honor him, but also just honor other fathers too. I don't take Father's Day selfishly. I take the opportunity to acknowledge other fathers, other mentors who are taking the time to just be father figures to
Right.
a lot of the young people out there. And that's it for me. I just keep it simple. Except
Well,
I
that's
gotta
what's up.
I gotta be on the grill though. That's the only thing. It's probably gonna be like 90 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sweating,
90,
cooking chicken.
91, 95.
cooking chicken.
Man, y'all take these daddies out to eat like they took us.
Yes, please. We want the day off too.
The day off too.
Please, can we get one?
Well, guess what? Let's get candid. I want to get
Okay.
deep off into this. I want to
Okay.
get deep off into this. I want to talk about these men and these young men
Yes.
and these millenniums you know, you're a motivational speaker. How are you encouraging the young men?
Yeah. For me, I think the biggest thing is right now the young men that today really don't need someone that's gonna, I want to say quote unquote preach a sermon or quote unquote just spit facts. They want someone who's being transparent. You know, someone who's encountered certain things or overcome certain challenges in their lives. And for me, I use myself as I just be transparent. I'm an open book. You know, I talk about a lot of things that I've dealt with. You know, the issues I've had with my feelings toward my biological father. Mm-hmm. You know, I had a point where I had that hatred there, and it took the time for me just to be open, you know, with him about how I felt about that. You know, the challenges of feeling abandoned, you know, by him.
And men feel that too. That's why this conversation is very important. Men feel that too. You know, we have a tendency to not realize that men feel abandoned, disrespected, lonely, hurt. All of men feel those things too. We don't give them enough credit, you know.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times what happens is as men, we're not open about it. So what it does is it builds up and it builds up and it builds up and it just at one point we just hit that peak and then it just comes out versus just talking about it right then and there. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's one of the things that I do when it comes to young boys. You know, I have a son myself, and I feel that it's very important that I set the standard of what a father is and what a male is and what a king is, because when you look on TV, you see all these different images and what people want to portray as what a man is to be, when in actuality, media and TV right now is setting a false example.
I agree. How can you top that? So what can we do in today's society? Like how can we take action steps to make things better so these men step up? I mean, because I hear all the time, you know, men are dogs, men are this, men are that, but it's not always the men. We got some good men out there.
Yeah, I mean, and first of all men aren't dogs.
No, they're not.
All men are not dogs. Let me go ahead and just say that. There's some great brothers out there. I know quite a few of them.
Yes.
So if you're single out there, I can introduce you to a couple of them. Now, whatever happens between y'all, that's between y'all. But I can introduce you to a couple of them. But I think the biggest thing, one is first is home. As males, we have to make sure we take care of home first. You know, when we have sons, it's important that we teach them how a man is supposed to be.
That's where it starts. That's where it starts.
Yeah. When we have daughters, we're supposed to set the example of how a man is supposed to treat a woman. You know, but other than that too, we have to impact our community. You know, I remember growing up when I was younger, some of the things that I watched. You know, my grandfather and my stepfather, who I call my father. I call him my dad. But just watch how they've done certain things to not only take care of our household, but be also a major influence with others within church and within the community. You know, it's bigger than just self. You know, right now we're at a point where we have to take the time to help a lot of these young boys out there. Because right now, like I said, you know, TV and media is setting really a false example of what kingship, of what manhood really is. And it's come a point to where we have to step outside of self and really get involved with a lot of these young boys. You know, there's a lot of single mothers out there. Shout out to single mothers. I know y'all holding it down. But at some point, a mother, when it comes to a male, can only teach so much.
Right.
There's certain things that only a man's going to be able to teach.
And you know, a lot of people miss that. You know, I'm one of them. I hate to see them posts. I really, really hate to see I'm a man. I'm a mother and a father. I'm a single mom.
Right.
But I'm not nobody daddy. And I'm not trying to be. And I cannot stand to see that, you know, because I cannot. And I have 4 boys. But I can't teach those boys how to be a man. That is something that I could never do. And a lot of women won't admit that because they feel like, you know, well, I'm doing both parts. I'm doing everything. You don't get that title by doing that. Because
you can't do both parts. But
that's my opinion.
Psychologically,
that's just what I think. That's just what I think.
Like, psychologically, you can't do both parts because that's like if we flip it in reverse. I have a daughter. I can teach her how a man is supposed to treat her, but I can't teach my daughter how to be a woman. That's right. There's certain things that a woman can teach a young girl that a man can't teach. So if we flip it that way, hopefully people can understand. It's going to take someone else to really kind of step in, and as men, you know, that's where we step in. We get involved in the schools. One thing I do want to give credit to is the school that my son went to. Spade Elementary in Wichita, Kansas, I think one of the things that really surprised me is on the first day of school. Normally, you see a lot of women, a lot of kids outside. It's a big hoopla that first day. There was a line of nothing but men.
Okay. The men
As
getting
they
it in.
as they welcomed every single child that came into that school, and it wasn't the men that worked there. These were men from the neighborhood, men from the local churches, men just from around the area. And I think that to me that's very important. And that's something that we need. You see less men in the school system. You see more women. And right now, these kids are out of control.
Yeah, they are out of control. That's why this topic is so important to me today.
Yes.
It's so important because, like I said, I think the men get left out. They don't get talked about, and when they do, it's always something negative. We're always putting them down. They're dogs. They're deadbeats. They don't want to pay child support. They want to, and every man is not like that. But and yet,
Did you say child support?
Yes.
Let's touch on that.
Child, we're gonna touch on
Let's
child support.
touch on
I got
child
that one.
support. Yes.
We gonna touch on child support. We're going to touch on child support. And I say we're going to touch on child support because I actually had a client call me the other day that found out after 7 years his child wasn't his. Should he get that child support back?
Well,
what say you, Facebook? What say you,
what y'all
YouTube?
say?
What y'all say?
Should he?
You can actually call in if you have a question. You can call in at 770-415-2149. But I want to know what y'all
That's
think.
a good one right there.
Should he get his money back?
Like this is my thoughts surrounding child support, and I'm probably gonna get fussed at by a mob of a small amount of women might kind of fuss at me about what I'm about to say. But when it comes to child support, I totally believe it's one to support the child. That's the number one thing. I'm not against it, because at the end of the day, your child has to be taken care of financially. The issue to me that I don't like is when certain mothers hold that child support as hey, if you don't send something, you're not gonna see him.
Yes.
Or you're not gonna see
Yes.
her.
Yeah, that should have nothing
And
to do with it.
to my fathers out there, it just ain't about paying child support. It's just
I
not
got
about
people commenting
finances.
on here.
It's about getting involved, seeing your child, spending time with them, taking care of them, showing them love, encouraging them.
Yes.
It's not just about writing a check, sending it in the mail, or depending on what state you live in, having it deducted out of your check every single 2 weeks.
Right.
It's more to it than that.
Well, I have someone that just wrote in and said that he needs to get back every penny, and she should be charged.
If that's not his child, I would have to.
But he's such a good man that he's decided that he's going to continue to take care of the child. Isn't that something?
God bless you, brother. Bless you. Everybody ain't able. But I think for him, he's built a relationship. He's built a relationship, and it's hard. It is so hard as men when you're in a relationship and you build such a connection with that child. Because just say what if he don't even have children? So what if this was his first? Thinking this was his first child.
It was one and only.
So he doesn't have
any kids now.
So for him to build that relationship.
And I think that's why he wanted to stay in the child's life. Because it's like, okay, it was my only child. Now, it hurts. It hurts to find out that this child isn't mine. But he already has a relationship. He's not bound by the courts to pay child support anymore. Right. But I think he's going to continue the relationship. I would tell him to do that. Life.
I would tell him to do that because when you look at it, if he was to just walk away, not only would he be hurt, but the child would be hurt too. So.
But I want to address my reader said that the woman should be charged. Is that even possible?
That is, I don't know. They got so many laws right now. It could be, well, brother, you signed the birth certificate. You take the responsibility. It's these laws right now. It's really kind of hard to say. I mean,
jail time.
Jail time. Not the jail time. No.
Jail time.
Now, because if we do the jail time, now the baby not gonna have a mama. See, we can't do the jail time.
True.
We can't do the jail time.
And then there's another broken relationship.
Exactly.
Another broken relationship. So let's jump back.
Okay.
So you're giving your thoughts and opinions on what we can do and how to take action in these young men as they're coming up. And not even just that. I don't want to discount the ones who have not shown maturity or not shown any type of what can I say? What words can I use really well? But anyway, how can we teach them to be better? You know, how can we take action to teach them to be better?
Oh, somebody said something.
When a man starts to realize that they're not dogs and understand how to flip the world around and realize that we're God's and live according to God's promise, blessings, and we can become great dads, sons, siblings, and real men. I agree. I agree with that. I agree. It's a mind thing. It's a mindset thing. It's across the board relationships. And I know today's topic is men. Today's topic is men. But I think a lot of times we don't speak enough life into our men.
Exactly.
You know, we don't speak enough life into them. We tell them we're dogs. And I see a reader wrote in. We tell them they're supposed to be doing it anyway. You know, we don't praise them. We don't encourage them. We don't inspire them. You know, it's, you got to be this way. You got to be that way. I don't think we do that enough. I don't think we do that enough for the men. And I know women, we think we're supposed to get all of that. But guess what? Our men need that too. Our brothers need that too. Our kings need that too. You know?
The one thing I would say is, you know, when it comes to speaking to a man, every man interprets things differently. And just to say that, well, we're supposed to do that. We're only going to do what we know. You know, just
That's right.
So I would use me as an example. Growing up with my mother and father, my father is a phenomenal leader. He treats my mother very well. He takes care of my mom. He's a overall down a phenomenal father. And really for him to take the responsibility of me, which even though I don't share the same DNA as him.
Right.
You know, so growing up and watching how he treated my mother, that's how I assumed how relationships are supposed to be, you know. But what I've grown to learn is, although that's what I thought, it's important that you have that conversation with the individual of what they expect in the relationship.
Right.
So when it comes to certain needs or when it comes to what women expect or want men to do, it all starts with the communication, because a man's only going to know what he's learned and what he's seen. And vice versa. Same thing. Women learn what they see in their household too.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
that's right. It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
It goes
So
both ways.
The biggest key, I would say, is communication. Just speaking to a lot of brothers, one of the things that we've talked about, it's rough, it's hard to go out into the work field every day. As soon as we go out the house, we're looked at as an enemy.
Yes.
You know, you got the police we got to worry about. It's
definitely. We definitely have the popo we got to worry about.
It's the unfair advantages in the workforce. But it's rough when we're viewed as an enemy, and the last thing we want to do is come home and be viewed as one.
That's right. Home should be the haven.
It should be a place of peace, a place of communication, relaxation, and that's things that we need. So, you know, being open and speaking for a lot of my brothers, you know, we like peace when we come home. You know, we like to be inspired. We like to be motivated. You know, we want to take care of our queens. We do.
I believe
and sometimes
that.
we have to make
that.
sacrifices to do that. But the last thing we want is to be treated one way out there and come home and just be hit with all a bunch of stuff all over again. You know, so.
I believe that. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You have hit some good points, Tyrese. You have hit some good points. I got people asking who you are. So we're going to tell the audience who you are again. I have Mr. Tyrese Lawless in the house.
So I'm Tyrese Lawless. And of course, y'all can follow me on all my outlets. I know we're probably going to do this at the end of the show. But you can find me on Facebook. It's Tyrice, not Tyrese, not like that.
Okay.
And last name Lollis. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an actor. I'm a model. Most importantly, I'm a father. I'm a king, and I'm a man after God's heart. So that's me. If y'all want to see me, hey, y'all.
Yeah, they did. They said, "Why can't we see him?"
Now y'all see me on the phone. Y'all should see me
on the YouTube live stream. You see both of us, but that's my personal page. But that's okay.
But that's me. That's me. That's really it about me. Businessman. I need to be. I'm gonna put author. That's gonna come later. That's gonna come later. I know there's a book in me. I just need to take the time and.
Oh, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
And get it out. You know, I have a lot of stories, a lot of things I experienced from childhood to to boyhood, to manhood, to things I've learned over the years. And I think, my story can help inspire others. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to move on to the next question that I
Okay.
got. And I had someone that wants to talk about how we treat these men like little boys and in some cases like little girls.
Woo. Yeah. Yeah.
Deep.
That a little deep right there. That a little deep right there. Man. I will say.
You don't know what to say. I got to stop.
Because I'm not trying to be too raw.
I mean, but
too raw
seriously,
on the
we
show.
do. How do we expect them to be men if we treat them like boys
Exactly. And
or girls?
yeah. We got to treat our boys like boys. Got to treat them to where they
We
can
talking
grow up
about
as
me.
men. Are you talking about men or we treating
We
boys?
talking about me.
So treating men like boys
Yeah,
and treat.
that's why they act the way they act.
Yeah, that's that right there. Yeah, you got me stumped on that one. I'm not gonna lie, cause I ain't never been treated like no boy.
And I
no girl.
understand that, but
Yeah.
when you're downgrading and you're
Yeah.
not lifting up and you're not encouraging, you're not inspiring,
Mhm.
you are.
Yeah.
When you tell them they're not going to be anything, they can't do anything, you're just a deadbeat, what do you
Yeah.
expect?
You expect that. Yeah, you're gonna get the downside of things. I think when it comes to just treating men as men. Number one thing about being a man is being accountable for your words and for your actions. And I think one thing that that I feel that I don't say women can do better, but I think that's one thing women can do is just hold us accountable to our words. That's one of the things that I truly appreciate. Me being held accountable. If I say I'm going to do something, if I don't do it, check me on it. It's like, hey, you said you was going to do this. I need you to step up and do this. But as far as treating a man like women,
They're asking that you
woo.
speak louder.
Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me better. But when it comes to treating men as women, that's a whole different, making them feel like that's a whole different ball game right there.
Not in the aspect of actually treating a man like a
Yeah.
woman. But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When, and I'm being funny when I say that, but you actually see that.
Yeah, you do.
You actually see that. You see these role reversals. These women, I make all the money, so, I guess it's all right for me to emasculate my man. That ain't right. Y'all hear me? That
ain't right.
That ain't right.
That ain't by
That
God's
ain't
design
right.
either. It don't matter how much money you make.
Right. That's right.
Still, the man should lead, but lead is not by being overhead or forceful, but lead is also inspiring your woman and helping your woman see things that she don't see.
Right.
A lot of people have this word lead misconstrued. They think it's one thing when it's really not.
Right. That's
So-
right. That's right. Well, we have hit on some great, amazing topics. What
Yeah.
say you, Facebook? What say you, YouTube? I had someone say it's never okay to make him feel less. Okay. Yep. That's what we're talking about. It's never okay to make
Yeah.
a man feel less. And I don't
Especially
like
in
to,
today's time, though.
Yeah, and I don't like to get
Yeah.
into male bashing conversations because not all men, I've been mistreated like any other woman, but it doesn't misconstrue my conception of the next
Yeah.
man, because everybody's not like that. you
Right.
know, and-
Every man ain't the same.
No, everyone's not like that. So it's important, and this is candid.
Yeah.
People don't want to
Yeah.
talk about it either. So it's candid to me. It's a really good candid conversation because people don't even want to talk about it. A man just supposed to be a man, and that's it. Boom, that's it. You can't give him no praise. You can't give him no acclamations. You can't do anything. If he go to work and you can't even tell him, "Thank you, baby, for going to work." You'll say instead we say, "Well, that's what you were supposed to do anyway," and
But
it just burns me up.
You know what I think that could really help with a lot of that, though? Because, everyone's perception, just like they say, every man ain't the same. And you see a lot of men asking, well, what do women want in a man? Every want and need of a woman is different. So their perception of a man is not the same.
That's right.
So from what you may have experienced with one woman, the next one might be something totally different. And that's where the communication comes in is, okay, we're starting this relationship. let's set some expectations. What are your expectations of a man, or what do you believe a man is?
That's good.
Then you can really then you can know, one, what you're getting yourself into, two, what you're dealing with, and three, I know if y'all on the same page or not. Because if you're in a relationship, you're not on the same page, that's a sinking ship,
Yes.
waiting to happen.
Yes,
So the
it
biggest thing is really just the communication piece of it. Finding out, okay, what we're dating, we're talking, hey, we out, casual conversation. What are your expectations of a man? What do you believe a man is?
I like that. I like that. So the next topic, yes, knowing your expectations is key. It is. It is key. I talk about that
Yes.
all the time. People be expecting stuff and they don't even ask what, and then they get their heart broke.
Because you ain't set them expectations, look like heaven at first, and then before you know it, you don't know where you at.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Right.
So the next tip that someone wrote into me about was men need to feel respected. And I think I said that earlier in the show, but men need to feel respected. And I don't think that's happening. He's
Well,
stumped again, y'all.
I'm not stumped. I don't say I'm stumped. I'm stumped again. No, I'm not stumped. But two, it goes about to what people feel what respect is. Everybody's, again, definition of respect is not the same. You can.
Different perceptions.
Yeah, it's different perceptions. Like for me, respect to me is being honest. For someone, some person might think them being respected is someone being honest to them. Me being honest to me is respecting me. So if I'm at fault for something, letting me know. Because if I don't know what's wrong, I'm going to keep doing it over and over
and over again.
And over because I assume it's accurate, I assume it's correct. For me, respect is delivery. There's a way to talk to a person, and there's a way to talk at a person.
That's true.
So
that's true.
that's a level of respect. So I think, again, men, it's kind of give and take. In some situations, I see that men are being respected. Sometimes they just not. They not.
They not. That's why we guess people want to talk about it, because they not.
So yes, I guess, ladies, how do we create that, close that gap, from a woman's perspective?
Oh, that's my cue.
Yeah, that's your cue.
How do we close that gap? Just start with, someone just said respect is earned, and a man said it. He said
Agree.
respect is earned, and I agree. A certain level of respect is earned, but I feel like respect is automatic. It should be automatic. I pass you on the street and I show you respect. You don't have to earn. I don't know you. Why do you have to earn respect from me? For me to be respectful to you.
Level of respect. If a woman walks to a door, open it.
Yeah.
If you're in a building and an elderly person walks in and you sit in a seat, get up.
Yeah.
That's showing respect.
I mean, yeah, that's respect. Yes. Yes, but you're right.
Yeah.
And you touched on something that, and I'm gonna go back and do some study and research on, and I never really thought about it. But respect is delivery. Respect is delivery, and I don't think people take that into account enough. That your whole delivery can change somebody's whole day.
Exactly. So when you come to communicating with someone, me and I was at the barbershop and we were just talking about. It's funny, we were just talking about this at the barbershop, and the one thing that he said when it comes to not all, but certain women, they feel that a sign of being strong is how loud they are. But honestly, a woman's at her strength when she's silent.
Ain't that the truth? Lord, ain't that the truth?
So the loud doesn't mean that you're strong. They both have two definitions. Loud is loud. So when you're talking to a man or having a conversation with him, if you're just overbearing and being loud and just being you know how they do it.
Yeah, I know.
We deem that as being
I
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just talk to us.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Y'all hear that, ladies?
Just
Just
talk.
talk to the
Talk
man.
to us.
Just talk to him. You don't have to get loud.
Just talk.
Just talk to him. Show him a little respect.
Because when you're calm with it, we be like, okay, she a little bit too
She
calm
a
with
bit
that.
Too calm.
When she said that. So, okay, I need to follow what she just said because that was a little bit too calm.
Yes, yes, yes. And we're getting a lot of feedback. I can't keep up with all of it though, but this is a really, 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 really good topic that's near and dear to my heart because I think it's where it starts. It starts with the man.
Yeah.
Everything starts with the man. Yeah, you can't have, it wouldn't be a man without a woman. True, true. But it starts with the man leading, the man being the head, the man showing the family how to love, how to care, how to give. And I don't think a lot of times we miss out on that in these relationships called life. That's why we have a lot of women who are in these relationships that they're in because they don't know how they're supposed to be treated because they didn't have a father figure in the home to show them
That's why it's
how they're
important
supposed to be treated. Let me see what this says. We as women have to let go of the past hurts and not conclude that all men are the same. If you honor him and respect him, a lot of the times it'll make him go harder for you. I agree.
I agree.
That is agreed. That is agreed. Thank you for your comment.
Who said that?
Sierra Richard.
Sierra Richard, that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout.
Shout out, Sierra. So, anyway, next thing. I want to talk about men in love too. We didn't forget about that.
So what you want to talk about? What about men in love? What you want to?
What
where we want
makes
to go?
men tick?
Kind of goes back to what I've been saying.
Well, say it again.
Every man is different. For me, I think I'll use, for example, I'll just use. Can I shout out my boo real quick?
Yeah, shout out your boo.
Okay, so
That's what men supposed to do.
let me shout out my boo real quick, and I'll use this as an example. Shout out to my boo, Candace. I know you watching. I know she out there working and grinding. So let me shout her out just for that moment. But for me, when it comes to her, I think for me what really made me fall for her is a couple things. One, she pushed me harder to pursue my dream than I was pursuing myself. So that's one thing. The second thing for her, for me, is she has a strong heart for God, and for me that's very, very important. The third thing is I have a son and I have a daughter, and there is a quote that I live by, and it's that, and ain't nobody wrote it, I just made it up. So if anybody go and try to copyright it, we're gonna have problems. Is that if I don't want my daughter like you, I won't date you.
I have never heard that before, and I think that is off the chain.
Because as me being a parent and having a daughter, it's very important the woman that I have in my life has to be some type of role model or set some type of example of
For
what
your
it
daughter.
is for my daughter.
That's right.
So if
That's right. That's good.
I don't want my daughter like you,
I'm not
gonna
gonna
date you. It's that plain and simple.
Mm.
But for me too is
Y'all hear that, ladies? Hey, we need to adopt that too. You don't want
and that's vice versa. Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't want your son like him,
Don't date
you
him.
shouldn't be dating him.
That's right. Oh my God.
Because you think you get with
That
him,
just
and
hit
then
home.
you think you get with him, and you can take him to church and change him. He gonna find God. That'll never happen. A man change when he want to change.
Oh, please, women, stop trying to change men.
Men
Please
change when they wanna change.
Stop trying to change your men. Please stop. I'm going to say it again. Please stop trying to change your men. You can't change nobody.
Can't.
You can't change nobody. I had to learn it the hard way. Back, a few years back. I'm not going to tell my age, but my first husband,
you
I
learned.
did.
Yeah. You learned.
That's what I thought I was supposed to do
Yeah.
as a wife, make him do better,
A man's gonna
I ain't got time now.
we're gonna only change when we want to change.
And only God can change you.
Exactly. So, and it kind of goes back to what you said earlier. You said the whole argument about where woman came from man, but the first piece of that was man came from God.
That's right.
And if you ain't got that first source correct first, then everything else is just gonna fail.
Sounds good to me. What say you, Facebook?
Amen.
What y'all think? We got any more questions?
Church.
I know they was rolling up there so fast I couldn't keep up with all of them, but I'm really excited about this topic because I want to see us treat our kings better. I do. I want to see that. I want to see that because that's where it starts. That's where it starts.
And the funny thing, I seen this meme on Facebook, and it had like 2 books. It was a real small book, and it said the full manual to what a man wants. But then the other side, it had this big, tall book. It said chapter 1 to what a woman wants. But the truth of the matter is really, for us, it's simple. It's nothing major.
Very
We
simple.
just want to feel love when we come home. We just want to have a peaceful environment. We just want to feel appreciated. We just want to feel supported. It's nothing.
Nothing.
Pretty simple. Nothing too hard.
Just pretty simple.
Now the other way around for y'all, it's a whole list.
Not all women like that. Some women simple
Okay.
too.
You got to be a listener, the handyman, the proprietor, which is definitely got to be that. We got to be the guidance counselor, the trainer. No, I'm stop. Stop. Hold on, somebody said something.
Yes, he has a really good comment here. He says, we must go back to the beginning when God gave man the responsibility of the garden. And he gave up his responsibility when the woman gave him the forbidden fruit and never asked the woman where did she get the fruit from. Wow, he got
I want to tap into that.
But instead, he ate and shifted the responsibility to the woman when he said she gave it to me. Okay, tap into that.
So I'm not the first. Let me scroll down.
Yeah, pull it down.
First, he said we must go back to the beginning when God gave man the responsibility over the garden. He gave him a responsibility over the garden. That means he had a job.
Amen. J-O-B.
He had a job. He
Okay.
had purpose.
Okay. Okay, I like it better at purpose because I don't think
He had purpose.
I disagree with the job part. But.
These are my sisters out there. Stop hooking up with these brothers. Who ain't got no job.
No, okay, let's say have no
who ain't
income.
shouting their purpose.
Okay, because
Because it's
they can
hard.
work for themselves. It's okay for them to work for themselves. They
Right.
don't have to have. But if you don't work for yourself, have a job.
But you gotta have a purpose, though. You gotta have a purpose. It's hard to be in a relationship with somebody who don't even know who they are yet.
That's right.
That's the most difficult thing, and I just don't
That's
see
right.
why people get in those relationships to where if he don't know who he is yet and about himself. And again, as a woman, you can show him.
She can't hear you again.
You can show him certain things, but if he hasn't found himself yet, I don't see how that's going to be a relationship that's going to work.
Thanks for tapping on that. That was really, really, really deep. J-O-B, huh?
Jay, he had a job. A responsibility. Purpose. A plan. A plan.
Okay, I like that.
A plan.
Purpose, a plan. A purpose. A plan.
He had all
I just
those
don't like that word,
before God blessed him with the woman.
Because I think everyone has the ability to work for himself.
Exactly. I mean, everyone has the talents and the skill sets to build their own. That's one of the things that I believe in doing. Inspiring to build my own, to one, set a legacy, for my children.
That's the key word, legacy.
Set a legacy for my children. And it's okay to work a 9 to 5 because all we're doing is we working on somebody else's legacy.
Right, exactly.
But
exactly.
it comes a point to where we have to take the time to work and construct our own. I have a desire for all of my kids to be able to go to college and not have to worry about finances and financial aid and all of that stuff. So I want to take the time to build something concrete to where they're able to benefit from that, and then they pick it up and then pass it on to their children, and they pick it, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
The YouTube is. Anyway, so moving on.
Sure, the YouTube is freezing because it looks like we just looking at something like we stuck.
It's buffering. Yeah.
It's buffering. The YouTube is buffering.
Oh, I have another comment.
Okay.
Life is like a circle, and the purpose of that circle is to find the center of that circle, the core of your own self. That's good, Chin. I like that.
You better write a book.
I know that's right. That's my brother right there.
You better write a book right there. That's good though, right there.
Yes. So it's important, guys. It's important that we encourage our men. It's important that we inspire our kings. To, it's just, it's so near and dear to my heart. I don't even know what to say. Lots going on around here.
Yeah, we're trying to get things situated because we buffering, but we about to get it situated. Here we go. Here we go.
Lots going on around here, but yes. Back to the men and love. We got a little time. Elaborate. I know you said every man is different.
Yeah.
But does it take simplicity?
I mean, it does. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to really love a man. It's just one, of course, first thing, number one is that communication piece. You got to be able to communicate and talk and find out how does that person receive love. Everybody has a different love language. Everyone's is different. You can't assume it's one thing, because if you assume it's one thing and he receives love a different way, he's not going to feel that he's loved.
That's right.
So it's important to tap in and understand what his love language is and then build from that. I'm trying to think of what the love languages are. I can't.
The five lines, touch and gifts.
One time, was it one time?
Yeah, time is another. That's 3. We close. But I do have a question for you. Someone in the audience wants to know, do men find it difficult to be vulnerable? That is a really good question.
Yes. The reason why is I grew up in a time where being a man was being macho. It's being strong. Mm-hmm. You strong. You don't cry. You don't have feelings. You work.
I remember hearing my stepfather say that to my brother. You know, like, what you crying for?
Like, what's wrong with you? You ain't supposed to cry.
Yeah,
you better wipe your face up. Get on outside.
Yeah.
And growing up in that type of environment makes it difficult to be open and be vulnerable and pour out our feelings, because we believe that, I got to be strong. I got to be, make sure everything happens. I got to make sure everything's work. I got to make sure this happens. And the one thing that I found, just me being a man, myself, one of the things that I was not open to doing is just saying when I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Like, if something was going wrong and I didn't know, I couldn't be open with saying I didn't know, because a man is supposed to know. A man is supposed to, if this ain't working, okay, well, I got to fix it by all means. I got to let her know it's going to be okay. But if I don't know, I was never open about it. So I think, just how we're, how we're taught has a lot to do with us, being vulnerable and being open. For example, my stepfather, who I call my dad, was an open person. But my biological father, nah.
Was it?
Militant.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no crying. What you crying for? Scrape your knee. Get on outside and play. Stop all that crying. So it was, growing up under that, it was just like, well, I ain't supposed to cry. I ain't supposed to have feelings. I'm supposed to work. That's it.
Good thoughts. I hope that answered your question, because it sure answered it for me. But, I do think men find it difficult to be vulnerable just because of those reasons. Mm-hmm. It's an ego thing. You're right. I got to be macho, and sometimes men just don't even want to talk. They don't even want to say nothing. A lot of men expect for women to already know. I had a friend.
And vice versa.
Well, I'm just saying. I had a friend, versa. And that's how he dated.
Yeah.
And he dated someone, and if she couldn't pick up on his vibes without him saying anything, he won't date her. He go find somebody else. And I'm like, dude, you're missing out. Like, he said, my soulmate, the one for me, I'm going to meet her, and I'm not going to have to tell her anything. I think he's still single. But I'm
about to ask, is he still single? Because he probably is.
He's still single, but that's probably why. But yeah, it's, a lot of y'all just don't want to say that, and being vulnerable, it means opening yourself up and showing people inside of who you really are.
It's about being honest. It's about being who you truly are, So, yeah, that your friend, he's still single. He ain't with that mindset. Yeah, he gonna be single for a while.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you can't expect somebody to just assume and guess and be like, okay, I know what you want automatically. Right. No, it goes from having that conversation and setting those expectations and having boundaries within that relationship in order for that relationship to be successful. So you're not going to be able to someone's not just going to be able to just assume and know right off the bat, like, okay, I'm with you. I know what you want. Nah, don't work like that.
Right. Awesome. I do have another, oh, well, they're coming in so fast. I can't keep up. Mr. Chin said, everyone understanding about love is different. Love is the unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. Okay. And then Ms. Tamika says, as women and as the support system for you, how do we break that wall down? Example, if you cry, you don't have to do it alone or hidden away. So as women and as the support system for you men, how do we break that wall down?
I guess I'm going to have to be honest and be about myself and give my own examples of
I mean, of
what
course.
I've,
You're the expert at the moment, so
of what I've experienced. I think, for me, one of the things that I was real guarded about as a young person is if I felt the notion of someone was going to abandon me, I would quickly jump ship. If I was in a relationship with someone in the past and I felt they became disinterested, I will find a way as an early exit. Like, okay, this person is interested in me, early exit. And what it boiled down to for me is just having a conversation, just like a candid conversation with somebody. And then they asked me, how was my relationship with my biological father? Have I healed from that? Have I healed from that abandonment from him? Because it seems as if every time I feel like I'm about to be abandoned, I jump ship. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of men, we hold so many things in from our past that reflects in our present. Mm-hmm. So it goes to just having that conversation about finding out, okay, what was your past like? How was your relationship with your father? How was your relationship with your mothers? Anything that happened in your past that can impact our relationship today. Mm-hmm. And that's what it took. And from there, after that, I was able to deal with being abandoned. Now I just look like, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone else said, life is full of ships. Everything we do are built on the word ships. Behind it, friendships, partnerships, relationships, etc. But we fail in the one ship that God wants us to get in order. And that's the relationship with his son, Jesus. Thank you for that comment, Sean.
Church, amen. Pass the offering plate. Amen. Let's take our offering.
you
take the offering. For real. Pass the offering plate.
Yes.
Just get five people to give $10.
You're so silly.
I'm a PK, so I've been. I'm a PK, so I crack a lot of jokes about church because that's what I grew up in all my life. Church, Monday through Monday. Church. So excuse my jokes about church.
Yeah.
For Holy Ghost sanctified folks. I'm sorry.
Well, you have shed a lot of light today.
Awesome.
I really appreciate you sharing with us about men, love, relationships. I think it's important. I think it's so important that we speak life into our men.
Yeah.
I cannot stop saying that enough. You will hear me say it over and over again.
And I'll say that's one thing. And shout out to my mom. Shout out to my mom. That's one thing I would say is that I observe that she does. She is a very influential, motivated person when it comes to my father.
Awesome.
Everybody laughing.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. Shout out, Mama.
Shout out, Mom. So I want to thank you for coming on the show today.
Awesome.
Sharing your insight with our listeners. With our Facebook world, with our YouTube world, we had quite a conversation going. I know I missed a lot of people. I didn't do it on purpose. Just the comments coming so fast, I can't keep up. But I really appreciate you coming out.
No problem.
Once again, tell them who you are, what you do, and how they can reach you.
So they can see me. There we go, because they're going to say they can't see me again. All right. So again, I'm Tyrese Lawless. You can find me on Facebook at TYRICELOLLIS. You can find me there on Instagram and also Twitter as well. Actor, model, motivational speaker, but most important, father and king. That's me.
And so what I want to say want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Happy Father's Day. Have a happy Father's Day. Ladies, take your man out. Don't make him barbecue, okay? Take him out. Don't make him barbecue because he took you out on Mother's Day. You do the same thing. Let him relax, okay? And words spoken at the right time, they're so golden.
Right.
And that's why I say you're going to continue. You will hear me say it all the time. Speak life into your men. If you have men in your life who are facing hard times, if you have men in your life that are going through depression, if you, you know, it doesn't even have to be anything. Simply speak life into them. Encourage them. Pray for them. Lift them up. Let them know that they're loved and they're needed and they're all of those things. Speak life into them. Speak life into them. Speak life into them. And you will see a change. You will see difference. You will see difference.
Great.
So, as we wrap up today, that's my ending. You have any final words you want to say?
No, that's it. Again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Enjoy your day. You definitely well appreciate it. So that's it.
Appreciate it. I thank all of you guys for joining, listening, watching, tuning in, tune in, all of the comments. I really appreciate it. We're going to get out of here. This is Candid Conversation with Coach Stacy, and I am excited about life, and we will see you next time where we get candid and open the mind to stimulate action. Okay? So we'll see you next week right here on 108 Praise the Gospel, where we voice the gospel.
Woo!